to the Storyteller's Tavern, where stories are served like ale and the seat is open for you at every table. Let's get back to the story, shall we, my friends? Last time on Hotel Hell.
You guys give a moment, reel back, and push open the door. You guys get to see this very dusty, very abandoned, but untouched room. This painting is a youthfully looking male with his skin boiling and undoing itself under some sort of burn and melt. And then there is the name Johann Chisel, self-portrait. Scott and Julian approaches the canvases, and as you guys start going through it, you start to witness the most disturbing, hellish paintings you could ever imagine.
Yes.
It would be the closest of the pronunciations to these sentences.
Julian's not even gonna attempt to pronounce them, and he's kind of just gonna take his notebook. He's gonna write them in his little notepad. Can I roll an occult for two things? First, occult, that I don't know if this will count as 2 rolls or 1 roll, but the first one is if he recognizes this imagery to be associated with any other sort of cult. These creatures, this imagery, especially since there's one specific thing in his backstory. There's one specific occult figure that he's seen before. He's looking for if these creatures are similar to that. And then the second thing is that he wants to see as well if this sort of this weird, strange language that he's never seen before, that he's ever seen it before in his works with the occult.
Okay, for these occult check, you need to have a hard success for you to be able to draw any specific conclusions. Go for it.
Okay. I got regular success.
Regular success. Your best assumption is that these words must be words of some sort of chant or words of power, but nothing really jogs your minds on it.
What about the creatures and the imagery? Is that, would you say that since Julian has sort of seen this imagery before from his past, is this similar to what he's seeing?
I will allow you to do a pushed roll on your occult, focusing on the creature itself.
How would I push it though? Just by focusing on it?
Focusing on them. Taking a closer appraisal of the depiction on the painting.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. Your mind flashes back to that idol that you have seen when you were very, very young, and is starting in your road to this research and personal quest of discovering more of the occult. And that idol burns in your mind and you start to see similarities. It was not the same creatures, but they are too similar to be too different. Maybe a breed of the same species, or something with small connotations between an ancestry in some way. You don't know, but you feel deep within you that there is a correlation, that there is something more to this. And with that, I will give you 1 point in the Cthulhu Mythos, and you bring your sanity down 1. Your total sanity. So if your sanity is 99, your total sanity now is 98.
Julian kind of seems taken back. This is probably the first time since his past, since his brother got caught up in all this and then died, that he has seen this imagery again after so many dead ends, and he's whoa. and he's really taken back. And he pushes the paintings aside and he looks at Scott and he goes, I'm gonna talk to Daniel Ramirez. I do not want these paintings touched at all. And I think that I might want them in some way taken. I'll pay for it if I have to, but taken to a place where they can be stored safely, and then I can retrieve them.
Yeah, we'll just make sure that all of them are covered before we bring Harper in, just because
Yeah.
poor girl's been through enough. She's a trooper, but we don't need
Yeah.
anything bad happening to her.
Yeah, and then Julian will he'll like, flip the top painting over so that it's covered, and then like push it to the side, and he'll be like, alright, boy, do you have everything set up for a shot?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it should be good.
Alright, yeah. Julian definitely looked kind of like out of it, but he's like, yeah, and he'll go get Harper.
Alright, you guys then start to step out slowly, and Harper is just
I'm just vibing.
curiously looking at you guys as you guys step out.
Is everything okay? That took a little while. Yeah, we were just checking out the room. It's all good for us to go in. Oh, do you guys have any reason why, like, maybe this room was closed off? Like, is it unsafe?
So, do you remember the artist that we discovered, Johan?
Yeah.
Apparently, this may have been his work.
How do you know that?
Some art of his.
Oh,
That it was a self-portrait.
Yeah,
is it still on the walls? Like,
no, we flipped them over because they're quite disturbing as the other paintings. We don't really want to show that, but
yeah, we should probably get rid of those.
I'm actually gonna have them appraised.
Appraised? Why would we need to do that? We can just throw them out.
We shouldn't throw history, and also they're just...
No, I don't really like these. I think that they're really bad. We should probably throw them out.
I mean, I'm researching the occult, and these are important evidence to me. Like, this is what I'm trying to say, and I want them stored and brought away from here so that they can be properly appraised for research.
I don't know why we need to do that.
Well, you don't need to, but I need to do that.
I mean, they are mine,
That is true. But,
so I'd prefer to kind of get rid of them.
I mean, we can negotiate.
No, I think that I'd just rather dispose of them. They're really horrible, and I really don't want anyone to have to deal with whatever that is.
We'll talk later. Let's do this scene now.
Yeah, there's not really going to be any negotiation in throwing those out.
We're just like, oh,
Sorry, I don't want any of this shit anywhere. This is garbage.
Scott's just like, it's her hotel. Yeah, are we good to... How were you thinking about doing this, Julian?
We'll do sort of spooky, mysterious. Maybe tie in some of the history of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of play it off, not as serious. Sort of like goofy, sort of. These are the spooky rumors of the hotel, and this room is spooky, but we totally didn't find anything in it.
Alright, so can I just, like, run by what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
So we go in, and, like, the room is dark. So I can be like, oh, well, this is pretty dark, and maybe it's even dark outside. I can go and I can pull open the curtain. Be like, oh, well, it's even dark out there.
Yeah.
And then kind of,
Yeah.
because it's raining. And then I can be like, this hotel has some really interesting history with it. Maybe not like, make it like scary or spooky, because that's not the angle that Harper really wants. But, still like add a layer of mystery, but make it rather more fun than spooky, and be like, so, maybe talk a little bit about we found some art downstairs that people came here, painted, drew landscapes, etc. And this we think may have been a room where one of those artists stayed, and they left some of their art stuff behind.
Yeah, but we don't really want to be bringing up this artist.
you don't have to do the name.
We don't have to. We can say
Yeah, but then people would, if they come here, they might be curious. So maybe we should not take that angle.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we could just go for, oh, it's another room and there's nothing here at all. It's a quaint little place and no one's getting hurt. Something like that,
Yeah,
where it's
we
nice
can-
and fun and
Okay.
Yeah, we can
there's
definitely
nothing.
do that.
Because I want people to come here, and if there's like, ooh, spooky story about artists who drew a lot of bad things,
Yeah, we
I
can.
want people to come here.
Well, let's instead do the angle of spooky room, kind of spooky, mysterious, more mysterious than spooky. History of the hotel, we don't know anything else. We can go with that.
Yeah.
And then, I guess, they start filming the scene.
I don't know if we need to
Going
really
through
do
it,
that.
yeah. So, just kind of going through it.
Unless we accidentally overturn some of the paintings.
Yeah.
Scott's just like, let's take a look at this. Oh my god.
Scott like accidentally like slips and is like, look at this art.
Now, my big concern is because the only thing that we didn't do when we were in the room that we're now doing is opening the curtains.
Well, I guess just
No,
open them and see what happens.
Yeah.
Did we need to open the curtains?
Oh,
We had the lights.
But Scott wants to be like, it's dark in here. It's
All right,
dark outside.
that's you. That's what you do. Meteorologist.
Alright, you guys decided that it starts the scene by you guys opening the door, right?
Alright, so Scott has like already closed the door on his way out. I hope everybody else was out of the room as well.
Yeah, we've been talking.
And I mean, Roy could still be in
No,
there.
Roy left.
Okay.
Right.
And he like opens up the door. He's like, "So, let's go in. Let's check it out." And like pushes the door open.
Do a hard dodge roll.
Uh-oh. It's another spider.
Ninja alien ghosts.
The black widows.
Oh
Garbage
no,
aliens.
definitely.
Scott, as you open the door open, you receive 4 points of damage as you are pushed on the shoulder backwards, and you do not see what it is as the velocity of it was too fast. You tumble to the side and you instinctively hold on to your shoulder with your opposite hand. Let's say that it was your right shoulder, and you feel something embedded on it.
Oh.
And before you look at it, you look at your hand and it's wet with your own blood. You then look to your shoulder and you see this 6 inches iron nail poking out of your shoulder. And you guys see this scene from the other side, from him opening the door and just lunging backwards, going to the ground and then pulling himself up, and you guys see this huge nail popping out of his shoulder. And especially you recognize as being just like the nail from the vision of the guy that was nailed on the tree.
Would I also recognize it because I saw those nails in the tree?
Yes, by the end of the nail you see the iconic L-shaped of the those railroad nails. Do a sanity check for me.
Me?
Yeah. Actually, everybody will do a sanity check.
Yeah,
Do
makes
I have
sense.
to?
Yeah, you just got attacked by a nail that came out of nowhere.
Sanity.
Oh, I failed.
Oh, I
hella
passed
failed.
this time. Yay! Pass.
Yeah.
I just passed. Oh wait, no, it has to be under. No, I just failed then.
Oh.
I literally got the exact number that my sanity.
It has
so
to be
who
under.
passed and who failed?
I failed.
2
I
passes, 2
passed.
fails.
Hey.
Those who passed suffer 1 point of sanity.
Uh-oh, bro.
And those who did not,
Oh no, bro.
you lose 2 points of sanity.
Oh, okay.
That's not horrible. It's not great.
Could be good, could be bad.
Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes maybe bad.
So this just unveiled in front of you guys as Scott is so taken back by this whole situation he hasn't even had the time to scream. But the most important thing has occurred. You caught it on film, Roy.
Yeah.
Aww. Well, can I go and try to check out what happened? Do a medicine check?
Sure.
Heal him.
to see what I have to do.
So Scott is like definitely in shock right now, but he like manages to like look at Roy and just puts his thumb on.
Quality.
Awesome.
Quality content.
I feel like as soon as he does that, he like cuts and like puts the camera down.
Yeah, I'm gonna like run over to like Scott and be like, "Oh, let me look at that. Let me look at that," and then do a medicine.
I think that would be helpful.
Oh, that's probably still a success for medicine. Yes.
If you're trying to help with the wound itself, a first aid is what is needed first.
I want to see what's like what I have to do.
What I have to do? Okay, yeah, medicine check will do for that.
Yeah, no, because I don't have like anything first aid right now. That's a pass.
Pass. Yep. It's an embedded object, so you need gauze. You need to keep that thing taut, with bandages and all, and then you can do it yourself if you really need to, with a lot of like bandaging
I'm
and
a nurse.
yeah, exactly. You can, although you know for a fact that most appropriately would be to bring it to a hospital.
Yeah, because you is it rusted?
Very minimalistically
That's
rusted.
probably what's it called? Tetanus. Hope you had your shot.
Hope you had your
Yeah.
booster.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going to the wilderness. I need my vaccine.
There's a bed in here, right? So there's probably like
Yep, there's either the bed within the room or there is the bed in other rooms.
what?
He doesn't want to go back in that room right now.
I mean, you're technically in the room. Did you come out?
He got hit out.
Out of the room. Okay.
I was like, open
So
the door.
yeah, then I'm gonna run into another room and grab a sheet to rip up to put around and.
As Harper's doing that, what would I roll for Julian to open the door cautiously?
You get hit by a black
Nothing.
widow.
There's no roll for that. You can just do it.
He wants to open it, but sort of like, I don't know, like try to use the door to shield his body.
It creaks and it opens slowly. Nothing happens.
Can I do the medicine or the first aid check?
Yes, you can. With those ripped up supplies, makeshift, you can do that, yes.
Can I have advantage because I have supplies?
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
I need healing.
Ha That's I think a stream success.
Hey.
That's my. No, that's just a hard success.
Still
Still good.
You were able to recover 1 point of health.
Yay. Your healer
And let's
is
just
here.
say that it's now stable. It's not cured. It's not like you have it sold in and stuff, so anything can make it open again, but right now it's stable.
Can Julian prop the door open with can't close?
Sure.
He'll grab the trunk and prop it open with the trunk.
Okay.
So the door is open.
Okay.
Definitely. And then he'll go and see how Scott's doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like to Scott. Have you had your what's it called?
Yeah.
Tetanus shot?
Yeah, I just got it boosted like a month or two
Good,
ago.
but we need to get you like to a clinic or something. You are not. That is not good to be in here. We don't have
I'll
anything
go.
sterile or anything.
I'll go talk to Daniel, and Julian's gonna go talk to Daniel.
You go downstairs.
Harper, you're
You're welcome.
you're a trooper.
Is there anything I can grab you?
Oh, we could probably go downstairs. I think we're done here.
You good to walk or?
I don't plan on walking upstairs with my hands.
Yeah,
So
can
I
get it.
should
I
be.
got you. I got you, buddy.
You guys start making your way downstairs. Julian was already ahead of you guys to reach for Daniel. They are outside doing some menial tasks to help more with the preparations once you guys are done with the recording.
Do you want me to roll or anything for carrying
there's no
Scott,
need,
or
no.
is he just tiny enough?
Yes.
More like you're supporting Scott as you're going down, so it shouldn't require a roll.
Okay.
Don't worry.
You're not lifting the arm. It's just like
You know, when I went to film school.
When I went to film school, I really learned a lot about supporting a guy who got a nail embedded in his shoulder. It's one of the first things they talk
You know.
about.
It was in the stunt class, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys are going down, you guys, Julian then.
Yeah, I jog over and I go, "Hey, Daniel, Scott got hurt. I think we may need to get him to a clinic or something. Do you know approximately how far the closest one is?"
We do have like some very small thing in the village to help with cuts and bruises and stuff that can happen, accidents, we could maybe bring him there. But aside from that, the closest hospital is at least like Daisy Lake.
All right. Bring him to your village and see if what they can do. Get him patched up as much as you can, and then we'll reevaluate from there. Also, where is Ramirez?
He just went inside really quick, but no, he was just here a few moments ago.
Alright, we need to go talk to him as well. Don't go to the 7th room because that's where Scott was injured, so we need to double check and make sure that the room is safe for construction.
Okay. In the meantime, do you think it's okay for us to start? Did you guys finish recording or?
Yeah, I think we're done for now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's figure it out then. He follows you. You guys are just finishing bringing Scott to the end of the stairs on the first floor as both Daniel and Julian comes in. And he goes, "Oh, wow. How did that happen?"
We're not exactly sure.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I could possibly bring him to the thing. I can do that. My boys will continue doing the thing. He's okay, right? Like he's not gonna bleed out or anything like that?
Yeah, no, I made sure that he's gonna be okay for now, but he definitely needs more medical attention.
Alright, okay, let's go then. Who's coming with me? Is just you and Scott, or?
I can go alone, or somebody
I'll
else.
go with him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Roy.
I need to talk with Ramirez about construction and everything. Also with production, figuring out what our next steps are, but I'll fill you in.
Yeah, totally.
We'll keep you posted.
Alright.
I'll go with Scott and Roy.
Alright then. And as you guys are starting to go in your separates, I want you guys to do a power check for me.
Including me.
Yeah, everybody.
That was a success with just a regular.
Yeah, I failed.
I failed.
Probably because
I got a regular. Oh no, I got a hard success.
Yay.
Nice. So both, as you guys are starting to make your way, Julian and Harper, everybody hears a rumbling from the outside. It must be the storm that it seems to be picking up. Like even the wind and the rain starts to pick up more. But you both, the rumbling doesn't come just from the outside. The rumbling comes from underneath you, as there is a tremor. It's very slightly, but you guys noticed it. To the point that, like, when you guys look to the others, for some reason they haven't noticed this tremor. That's how small the tremor was, but you guys felt it.
Be careful. I think the storm's getting really violent. Yeah, be careful.
I mean, it's kind of weird. I felt it coming from below us. It doesn't seem like it's the storm. That seemed like an earthquake.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are there usually earthquakes in this part of the...
I mean, in BC, sometimes, but I don't know about here.
You get Scott to say being in no condition to handle natural disaster.
I look towards the mountain and do like a spot hidden of some sort. It's because I'm a little worried.
Yeah. I was actually also gonna say, Julian's like, first, Julian thinks back to when Harper was like, the mountain's gonna erupt, and he's like,
hey, I also with the painting.
yeah, we also have the painting.
I gotta say, but the reason why I actually said that was before I played this game, I forget why you made me look up the mountain. I forget there was a reason, so I looked it up and it was like, hasn't erupted since this time, and I'm like, okay, it was volcanic.
Oh, so there are volcanoes.
Yeah.
There were.
I mean, the mountain hasn't left. It's still there.
Well, yeah, that's active. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it's dormant, yeah.
That's a
There were
9.
active volcanoes.
I got a 1.
Extreme success.
Critical
Damn,
success,
bro.
nice.
That means you're gonna die.
X-ray vision.
Black Widow descends.
You guys step out onto the rain. First thing you guys notice, all of you guys, the river, although it was still on a constant flow, but never like more than calm. Right now it's aggressive because of how intense the storm is becoming. And outside, the crew is having a hard time keeping some of the equipment that they are doing because they are cutting some boards and stuff for renewing some of the interior and exterior walls, so they're cutting up boards and stuff, and it's getting really tough to the point that they're thinking about stopping for the day. And Daniel stops and goes, "That's gonna be tough for us to canoe in these conditions."
We probably shouldn't.
But the two of you head a little bit outside so you can see more into the mountain, and the mountain is there. Hasn't changed in any way. You do notice those... Oh wait, yours was critical.
Mine was extreme.
Extreme. You guys see those same spots that I described to Roy. But it's quite a bit of them.
It looked like something going down it.
Yep, very slowly.
Can I, poke Roy and be like, "Stop your camera"?
Yeah,
How good is the zoom?
it's not really that kind of camera, but it can zoom a little bit.
Okay, and he'll point to where the spots are. Be like, "You think you can focus in on those?"
Oh yeah, I didn't get the chance to mention. I actually saw those earlier when Scott and I were out here looking at the roads. I wasn't sure what it was, but yeah, I'll check.
You bring out the camera and you increase with your zoom as best you can, and try to focus it as well, because as the more zoom you go at it, the more unfocused it goes. Yeah, do that.
Hey,
Stat I never did
you
to
have a
use.
stat and you can use it.
It was good as I spot hidden, but I was like, no, I'm using the camera specifically.
No, that's fair.
God damn it. You know what? I'm gonna use 8 more points to make that a regular success.
Regular success, alright. With that, you pull out your camera, zoom in, has the focusing, try to do... It's still a long distance, but your zoom is able to help you discern what it is. You can't... It's so distant that you can't draw any conclusions in terms of details. But it's enough for you to be sure that that is a person walking down the clearing. And there's a person, like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet farther to one side or the other. It seems to be like a small group in the clearing. You don't know if there were more since then or if there's more now. The impression seems to be more now, coming down the mountain.
I can't make out any specific detail, but they're definitely human. And I can tell the way they're standing. I'm not sure what they're doing. I think we're moving, but I can't make out any.
People up there?
Yeah.
Why don't I try to... I'm gonna go talk to Ramirez, and I'll see if I can't use the satellite phone to maybe call in and see if there's another way to get Scott some help. I'm gonna go.
As you're moving out of the group, and Daniel turns to you guys and goes, "Maybe we would be best to wait out this storm." A sudden increasing volume comes from one of the sides of you guys, which is the side with the workers working on sawing and preparing the woodwork for the inside, and they were kind of like wondering if they should stop. It seems like one of the hand saws, one of those hand rolling saws, just like increased in its potency to the point that like it made that arcing sound, and the guy screams as it seems to have cut himself on it.
Here we go again.
And the machine is going through a surge of electricity that is so intense it starts to go on its own. And it jumps towards you guys as they are not that far away from you guys positioned. I need you guys to do, except for Julian because Julian stepped out of the scene, to do a... I'm gonna actually say that whoever has the lowest luck right now.
I have 68.
I hate you.
So you do a dodge.
Wait, how much is yours?
Yeah.
Oh, never
I have
mind.
62.
Me, I guess.
Do a dodge.
Why am I always the one that gets picked on?
What's your luck?
Right now, it's
Oh, his is lower.
No, yours
That
is
was luck.
yours is
Oh,
72.
luck.
Oh,
Sorry.
Luck.
Let's make it a little bit more interesting then. If you three roll a luck roll. Yeah.
Oh, that's a success. There's no.
Yeah. I succeeded.
I don't know. I would get like a.
extremely hard.
No worries, it's all good. You succeeded, that's what matters. You guys are lucky enough that you guys have seen that fast enough, and you guys are able to, like, dodge out of the way before anything bad happens. The unlucky one is Daniel. The thing just jumps, and he sees it, and he only has the time to, like, cover his body with his left hand before the saw gets to it and gashes open his arm to a point that, like, it's quite a deep gash, but it's not like it doesn't cut off his hand or anything like that. But then the saw goes to the ground and starts getting stuck into the overgrown grass, and then it stops by itself. Yeah, he's on the ground hurling screams.
You've reached the end of this episode of Hotel Hell. Thank you so much for listening. Your support is greatly appreciated. Subscribe to us on whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, and be sure to catch the next installment of Hotel Hell, which premieres every Thursday. To connect with us, follow our social media accounts. And if you'd like to support us, you can head over to our Patreon to join the conversation, view sneak peeks of our next project, and discover our fantastic bonus content. Our intro score was created by Patrick Horton from Off the Beaten Path Musical. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition module we are playing, Hotel Hell, can be found in Petersen's Abominations. The module is owned by Chaosium and was written by Sandy Petersen with Mike Mason. Thanks again for listening from all of us at the Storyteller's Tavern.